Before we jump into this hot, stankin' mess, our online concession stand at rrgsnacks.com has all of our favorite goodies back in stock. From Western barbecue bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, butter toffee peanuts, and gummy sour peach rings. Elon Musk grew up in South Africa and was alienated by schoolmates for correcting their minor factual errors. According to Forbes magazine, Elon thought he was doing them a favor, but they thought he was arrogant. In his biography, which we've linked in the description box, he explained how he became estranged from his dad after his dad had 2 children with his former stepdaughter. In 1990, he enrolled at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. While walking around campus, he met fellow student Justine Wilson. Elon told Justine they had met at a party, but Justine knew she wasn't in attendance at the party in question. She told Marie Claire that years later, Elon fessed up that he lied to her about the party.
With his lying ass.
But anyway, he invited her out for ice cream. She initially agreed, but later changed her mind and broke the news on a note she left for him on her dorm room door. Hours later, she went to the school's study center. She heard someone cough behind her, and when she turned around, she saw Elon was standing there with 2 ice cream cones. Justine told Marie Claire, he's not a man who takes no for an answer.
No mean no, nigga.
Although he was interested, Justine wasn't the only woman he was pursuing, and she knew that. Still, he was chasing her down. She told CNBC that he would call her excessively. She said, "You can't blow him off. I do think of him as the Terminator. He locks his gaze onto something and says, 'It shall be mine.'"
Crazy ass.
After Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, they kept in contact, and whenever he visited Canada, he always invited her out to dinner. After a brief breakup, they reconnected while Elon was living in Silicon Valley and building his first .com company called Zip2. He later sold Zip2 for $20 million. Justine made jokes that he was going to dump her for a supermodel, but instead, he got down on one knee and asked her to be his wife, and she said yes. They got married in 2000. As they danced at their wedding reception, Elon told her, "I am the alpha in this relationship."
Red flag, ladies. If a man has to say he's the alpha in a relationship, he's projecting. His ego is getting in the way. I've never met a woman who wasn't willing to yield to the leadership of a gracious, loving man. Never seen it.
Elon used his profits from Zip2 to fund his new business, an online banking institution called X.com that later became PayPal. Things at home were a bit shaky, though. Justine said Elon's judgment overruled hers, and he constantly commented on the ways he found her lacking. She would tell him, "I am your wife, not your employee." And Elon would respond, "If you were my employee, I would fire you."
I'd have to play grit ball with his ass. You want some grits?
According to Justine, the company's board encouraged him to reach a financial agreement with Justine. So 2 months after their wedding, he drafted a postnuptial agreement, and Justine signed it. She told Marie Claire, "I trusted my husband. Why else had I married him? And I told myself it didn't matter. We were soulmates. We would never get divorced."
Red flag on the plate. Baby, you had enough evidence at this point, even if it was just intuitive, to know that you should have taken a second look at that damn postnuptial agreement. This is not going to be good. Here we go.
Their son Nevada was born in 2002. In an essay for Marie Claire, Justine said that while the baby was napping, he stopped breathing. By the time the paramedics resuscitated him, he had been deprived of oxygen for so long that he was brain dead. He spent 3 days on life support before passing away at just 10 weeks old. Justine told Marie Claire that Elon made it clear he didn't want to talk about Nevada's death. Justine couldn't understand his stance, just like Elon couldn't understand her desire to grieve openly and would call her emotionally manipulative. 2 months after their son passed away, Justine booked an appointment at an IVF clinic. From there, she gave birth to a set of twins and triplets, making Elon a father of 6. The family settled down into a Bel Air mansion. While Elon worked on building up PayPal, Justine published 3 books. They had a staff of 5 to help take care of their 5 children. And while Justine understood she was living her dream life, she also felt a void. Elon was consumed by his work and always complained that Justine was spending too much time reading. She added, "When we argued over the house or the kids' sleeping schedule, my faults and flaws came under the microscope. I felt insignificant in his eyes, and I began thinking about what effect our dynamic would have on our 5 young sons." She told Marie Claire that in the spring of 2008, she was in a car accident, and the scary experience made her realize how much she had changed to make Elon happy, and she didn't even recognize herself. She said she was tired of being a trophy wife, and she pulled him aside one day to tell him she didn't want to be a sideline player in his life anymore. She wanted equality and a true partnership. He agreed to go to therapy, but after 3 sessions, he gave her an ultimatum. "We either fix this marriage today or I'll divorce you tomorrow."
Yeah. If you don't like the therapist, just say you don't like the therapist. Damn.
He wasn't lying either. Justine said he filed for divorce the very next day.
Bye, Ashley. Bye. Deuces. Holla. See you later. Hasta luego. Kick rocks. Skedaddle. Scat. Bye-bye.
During their rocky divorce battle, Justine contested their postnuptial agreement, which gave her a limited share of their marital assets up to $20 million. It also stated everything she and Elon acquired before and during their marriage was separate property and would remain separate property in the event of a divorce. A few weeks after separating from Justine, Elon was at a London club where he met actress Tallulah Riley. They started dating, and 6 weeks after Elon filed for divorce from Justine, he texted Justine to let her know he was engaged to Tallulah.
Well, I be damned. Ladies, I hope y'all paying attention. I hope y'all are paying attention. Do not rely on love. Love is secondary to common sense. Do y'all hear me?
Looking back on their marriage, Justine told Marie Claire magazine, "I don't regret my marriage. I've worked through some anger, both at Elon for rendering me so disposable and at myself for buying into a fairy tale when I should have known better."
Boom. Boom. Period.
She also said that throughout the divorce proceedings, she and Tallulah discovered that they really liked each other. Justine stated that Tallulah was also much better suited to fit Elon's lifestyle and personality. Elon and Justine settled their divorce, and Elon married Tallulah right away in 2010. Just 2 years later, Elon was over it. He tweeted, "I will love you forever. You will make someone very happy one day." Tallulah filed for divorce the day after his announcement. Later on, he told TMZ that he loved her, but he wasn't in love with her. And after a trial separation to see if absence would make the heart grow fonder, Elon said he realized that his feelings for her hadn't changed, and he was ready to move on. Tallulah left their marriage with a $4.2 million settlement, some jewelry, and a Tesla. A year after their divorce was finalized, they reconciled and remarried in 2013. But once again, it wouldn't last. According to the New York Times, Tallulah's desire to focus on her career instead of having children was a factor in their breakup. This time, she received a settlement of $16 million in cash and other assets. The same year his divorce was finalized, he started dating actress Amber Heard, who had just filed to divorce her then-husband, Johnny Depp. While Elon was head over heels in love, some people in his inner circle were worried. His brother reportedly described Amber as a toxic nightmare. His brother also told a writer that Elon tended to fall for people who were beautiful but have a very dark side. After being on again, off again, he and Amber called it quits sometime in early 2018. He told Rolling Stone magazine that Amber was the one who ended things. He also admitted to the magazine, "If I'm not in love, if I'm not with a long-term companion, I cannot be happy. I will never be happy without having someone. Going to sleep alone kills me."
You mean you're a narcissist and you can't be without supply? Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean.
It was around this time that he started to be more vocal about the declining birth rate across the U.S. and elsewhere. His foundation even donated $10 million to the University of Texas to study fertility and population trends. In a tweet, he wrote, "I'm doing my best to encourage more people to become parents and ideally have 3 or more kids so humanity can grow." He started dating musician Grimes in May 2018. After a brief split, the pair came back together and conceived a baby through IVF. Elon's 7th child, who was born in May 2020. We're not going to even attempt to pronounce the name. So instead, we'll just post it on the screen for y'all.
Golly. What kind of name is that? You got to worry about the teacher calling his name in class. You're going to have all kind of nicknames.
Despite welcoming a child together, Grimes described their relationship as fluid. And by fluid, she most likely meant that Elon was living life on his terms. In 2021, without Grimes' knowledge, Elon donated sperm to a woman named Siobhan Zillis, who worked as an executive at his company, Neuralink. Sources state there was nothing romantic going on between Elon and Siobhan. However, Siobhan moved forward with getting pregnant with twins through IVF and gave birth to the babies in November 2021. Weeks later, Grimes and Elon welcomed another child, which was conceived via IVF and carried by a surrogate.
This too much. This is rich and ghetto. This is rich ghetto. This is richetto.
According to the New York Times, Grimes and Siobhan were friends and even ran in the same circles. However, they were reportedly unaware that Elon had conceived children with both of them around the same time. To further complicate things, Elon took a baby name that he and Grimes had chosen for their child and gave it to one of Siobhan's twins. Grimes took to Twitter to write, "A girl cursed with my daughter's name will now carry her mother's shame." Sources reported that from there, Siobhan changed her daughter's name to keep the peace. In September 2023, he revealed in his biography that he and Grimes secretly welcomed another child named Techno Mechanicus.
Child.
It was around this time that sources stated Elon was dating actress Natasha Bassett. But then, in June 2024, he announced that Siobhan had given birth to another baby. In case you've lost count, Elon has 6 children with his first wife, 3 children with Grimes, and 3 children with Siobhan, making him a father of 12 children by 3 women.
Golly. Is he trying to start a football team or something? Do he and Nick Cannon talk?
It doesn't appear that Elon is ready to shut down his baby-making factory anytime soon. The New York Times reported he was chatting with a couple at a dinner party, and the couple discussed how they were having a hard time conceiving. Elon reportedly offered to donate his sperm to the couple.
Ew.
And then, in September 2024, after Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris and ended her statement by calling herself a childless cat lady, Elon hopped on Twitter to write, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life."
You get some sperm. You get some sperm. You get some sperm. Everybody get some sperm.
As of this video, Elon has purchased a 14,000 square foot mansion in Austin near his Tesla headquarters. His plan is to make the home the center of a family compound with adjoining properties where his younger children and some of the mothers can live together. According to the New York Times, his goal is for his children to be a part of each other's lives, and Elon thinks the compound will provide him with easy access so he can schedule time with his kids.
They better know each other and mess around and be kissing cousins and kissing siblings around there if they don't know who all these brothers and sisters are.
You probably noticed how we mentioned the compound is for his younger kids, because apparently Elon hasn't been the best father to some of his older children. In April 2022, his daughter Vivian, whom he shares with his first wife Justine, petitioned the court to legally change her last name from Musk to her mom's maiden name, Wilson. Vivian also wanted to recognize her gender as female and explained to the court she no longer wished to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form. Vivian's petition was granted in June 2022. While speaking to the Financial Times in October 2022, Elon said he believed Vivian didn't want to be associated with him because of the supposed takeover of elite schools and universities by neo-Marxists. He said, "The relationship may change, but I have very good relationships with all the other children. Can't win them all." And that brings us to the end of this hot, stankin' mess. If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.